It's the weekend and you have financial questions that need answering. That can only mean one thing. It's time for Jill on Money, the show that takes the mystery out of your finances. Here's your host, Jill Schlesinger.
Welcome. It's the Jill on Money Show, the program that takes the mystery out of your financial life. If you want to contact us, just go to jillonmoney.com and click the Contact Us button. Let's get started with Kate from Massachusetts, who's feeling very comfortable being a Patriots fan this season. Listen, you have all those Super Bowl rings. You have nothing to complain about, right?
Right.
All right. So what brings you to us?
I'm coming to you because I am trying to rebuild a bit after a divorce. This year, I just turned 50, was divorced earlier this year, and have a really great job and some opportunity coming my way with some RSU vesting. And I just want to, get advice on how to make the best decisions.
All right. Now, how you doing after the divorce? You okay?
I'm good.
Yeah?
New chapters.
Are you one of those like, oh no, we get along? Are you one of those?
Trying. Yeah, I know he's a very kind person. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a loser, right, Mark? When someone says kind person. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding you. Okay. Do you have kids?
Yes. One daughter. She's 13.
Oh boy, that's hard.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the rebuilding, because actually, it's funny you should get in touch with us. I just was asked by somebody in the hallway who was telling me they're getting divorced. And I said, it is a real financial upheaval to get divorced, as you have found.
Yeah.
And I understand that. So let's talk a little bit about how we're going to rebuild. So you said you're 50, you've got the daughter, and you're working full time. How much do you earn, Kate?
My base is $295.
Okay. And you are entitled to bonuses or, okay.
25%.
And how much have those bonuses been running? I mean, not in the best year, not in the worst year, but like, what do you feel is like a good number to count on?
We are in a really great place. Last year it was 140% of
Whoa.
target, and we're anticipating a similar payout this year.
Oh my God. So what was your taxable income last year?
My taxable income last year, because of some RSU vests, I did have to take an IRA withdrawal to help keep my house. So it was about $460K.
And then what do you expect this year is going to be more like 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So last year was a weird year because of the divorce. So is it okay for me to sort of count on you making 400?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's talk about the assets after the split. Were you more of the primary wage earner?
In the later years, yeah.
Okay. So you bought him out of the house?
I did, yeah.
Okay. How much is the house worth?
The house was assessed in January for 1.89.
Oh my God. I'm going to say 1.9. Is there a mortgage remaining on it?
Yep, 800.
And that's in your name, right?
Yep.
And what's the interest rate?
6.75.
All right, could be worse, man. We'll get through this.
Could be better.
Could be better. Could be worse. And is that the only debt, that mortgage, or is there anything else?
I have, just a small amount of personal debt, like a car.
How much is the car loan?
The car loan is about 8 left on it.
What's the interest rate?
4.25.
Okay. For your daughter, is there any college savings that you guys have done?
Yes, her godmother actually set up a 529 for her that has about 15 in it.
Okay, 15 grand. Okay. So now we've got like the illiquid assets. Let's talk about retirement plans. So did you have to give him money from your retirement plan through a Quadro, or was the house more of the big payout for him?
No, I had to give him $25K of my IRA.
Okay. How much is in your IRA right now?
So remaining is 306.
Do you have a 401k at work?
Yes. So I stopped it in anticipation of the divorce, but then I restarted it this spring. So it's got 9 in it now.
Just 9,000.
Yeah.
Okay. And the IRA is just an old like from an old employer?
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. The current 401k, the current company, you happy there? Is everything good?
Yeah, everything's really good.
Okay, awesome. And the IRA, where is that held? At what company?
Morgan Stanley.
Okay. Do you have an advisor you work with,
Yeah.
and do you like that person?
So far. Yeah.
Okay. How much does that person charge you?
That's a great question. I'm not 100% sure. Would it 1% of the total
Yep.
value make sense? Okay.
Yep. Okay. You are once again putting money in the 401k. Are
Yep.
you maxing it?
I'm not. So it's 100% match up to 4%, and I'm contributing 6.
Any other assets that are out there, like any Roth assets or any investment accounts, brokerage accounts, anything out there?
I have $30,000 in cash, so that's in a high yield savings. I have RSUs with my company that are unvested. They vest in February and March each year, so I'll have a vest in 26. The current awards I have through 2029. That's through the vesting schedule. So right now, the total value is 500.
500 grand.
Yeah, unvested, but
unvested. I understand.
Yeah.
Got you. And it's a publicly traded company, so there is a liquid market for when these vest, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay, great. Anything else that is on your near-term horizon?
No, I mean, the goal now is to get my daughter through high school, keep her stable until at least 2030. But, and my mother lives with me. We have an accessory dwelling on the house. So she gives me some money each month for the mortgage. I also get child support. So between those two sources, it's an additional $3,500 a month.
What happens to that $3,500 a month right now?
So right now I apply it to the mortgage. My mortgage payment is $7,150. So I apply that and then I pay the remainder.
Okay. And this house that you killed yourself to buy Knucklehead out of, this house is something you want to keep? Or is this like, no, I wanted to keep it. I didn't want to disrupt my daughter. We'll get through high school and then I'm going to sell this sucker.
Well, I think right now let's get through high school and reassess. It is my mom's house too. One floor living. It's very comfortable for her. So, as long as it makes financial sense, I think in 2030, we'll see where she is and we'll see how she's feeling. Hopefully she's still around. Then, I think we have to make a decision taking into account the financial picture for me.
Yeah. I mean, how old's your mom?
She is 81.
And her health is?
Her health is good. Her mobility is not great, and so I think she wants to stay in a first floor living. So that's in the back of my mind.
Okay, got it. But she can take care of herself in terms of like managing her day to day.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great. So for now, given that this big event occurred, you had to take money out of your retirement account, not just to give him some, not just to buy out the house, but now that's all behind you. And how is the cash flow considering, like forgetting about the $3,500 a month for a second, but like your 400 grand a year, how is your cash flow?
So the 400 grand a year is somewhat new. And then this year so far, it's been okay. And there's certainly things I could cut back on to make it work. I do rely on that 3,500 to give me a little bit more discretionary spend each month. It's fine. I don't feel like I'm saving as much as I would like. And certainly the retirement is light.
You're listening to the Jill on Money Show. We'll be right back.
Back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger helps you take the mystery out of your finances.
You're back. It's the Jill on Money Show, where we answer your financial questions. If you've got one, just go to JillOnMoney.com. Let's get back to Kate from Massachusetts. Instead of putting the $3,500 a month that you are receiving from mom and the child support down on that mortgage, do you feel like you could inch up your retirement contribution a little bit instead of doing that? Or do you feel like, no, like emotionally, I have to be able to do this?
I could. I think what I was thinking is I get another increase that should be about 3.5% in March, and then throwing that at my contribution versus obviously living off of that. So I just moved to the 6 about a month ago. Before that, it was at the 4.
Okay.
So I'm going to inch my way north.
Okay. And so the 500 grand in RSUs, what's available in February and March?
It would be between the both of them, based on at least today's or this week's price, it would be about 140.
All right. So we get a slug of 140.
He gets a little bit of that.
Stop it. You had the worst divorce lawyer I ever heard about. My God.
One of the grants, he gets a less than, I forget the amount is, but a percentage less than 50 of one of them. So
okay. So let's just say in March, what do you think you'll clear after he gets his share, you pay taxes? What do you think you have free and clear by the end of March?
Yeah, let's assume 90.
Okay. So now...
And that's not including my bonus. So I get my bonus too at the end of February.
Oh, yeah. So in February, so we have 90 free and clear.
Yep.
Again, you're counting for taxes, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay. And in February, the bonus would likely be?
I think I would net around 70.
Okay. So we're going to have a big chunk of money to make a difference. Okay. So now what I would do, frankly, is of that 160 that you're going to clear, I would put at least 50 grand in your high yield savings account. Okay. Even let's say 60. Let's just for the time being say that by the end of March, there's going to be $100,000 available for you to do something with. I think your high yield savings account is light right now.
Yep.
Okay. So if we take of the 160, we put 60 in the high yield savings, then you have 90 in there. Now I feel a little better.
Yep.
And then what we want you to be able to do is sort of feel like, okay, let's see if I go from my 6% contribution to an 8% contribution, and let's see how we feel, right? That's number one. Yep. Then with that 100, it's interesting. I'm kind of thinking about the kid, about the 529 plan. How important is it to fund that for you?
It's interesting because I want to contribute to her her school, and I expect my ex-husband will do some as well. But I also don't feel obligated to fully pay for her college.
Okay. So would you feel okay taking of the 100? What portion of that do you want to say we could put some of this in college? What of the 100 that we have something to do with next year? What do you think goes to college?
About 10.
Okay. So 10 to the 529, which leaves us with 90.
Yep. Okay.
Do you desperately want to pay down your house? I know you do, but I'm not going to let you do that yet.
Well, it's so funny because I hear people talk about this, and does that make sense? I obviously want to refinance if I can to kind of get that number down, but then
yeah,
it makes sense to throw more money at the principal.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want you to put anything more towards the principal. I mean, I get that the mortgage payment is a lot. Okay. But I wouldn't really touch it right now. I want to build the rebuilding after a divorce to me has 3 components. One is to just beef up your accessible cash, which we're going to do after March. That's good. I'm happy about that.
Yep.
The second thing will be to slowly increase your 401k. You go from 6, you go to 8%. Let's see how that goes. And if you feel like, man, this is amazing, and it's September or something, you're like, I feel great, I'll go to 9 or 10. That's fine. But let's go from 6 to 8.
Right.
The third component is we got to kind of boost up the 529. So you're going to put your 10 grand into the 529. And then each year, we're probably going to be in a place where we can do that. But I think it's a little bit dangerous to pay down your mortgage. So we have one part of your balance sheet, the right side, the liabilities, which is kind of bugging you. Yeah. The car is going to go away when? In the next year or 2?
Well, does it make sense to pay it off, or?
I don't know. It's 4.25. I wouldn't pay it off.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, because it annoys you, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Truly. If you say, okay, so out of our 100, we put 10 into the 529, we pay off your car loan because it's annoying. This is going to make the contribution to go from 6 to 8% a lot easier for you to swallow. Right? You're not going to feel it. Right. Now, you have to be honest with yourself. Come March, you do all this, and then you spend 6 months telling me, like, how you feeling? How's the cash flow? Like, what are you spending right now, expense-wise? What does it look like for you?
I did it yesterday. I looked at everything, and
Mm,
of course, I'm spending more than my numbers are telling me, so I've got to pull myself together. But I'm spending just under 15 a month.
okay. Well, this is what happens when you go through divorce. Can't say no. Can't the kids got to be taken care of. You got to be taken. All right, party's over. Party's over, Kate.
No more.
Now we're going to buckle down here. But I think that you're going to be fine. I mean, you make a lot of money, so that's good. And I think that the game plan for you is the most important thing to keep in mind is liquidity, is having that, access to your money and being able to do something with it. I'm not convinced that in 5 years that you stay in this house for lots of reasons, not the least of which is if your mom's mobility is not so great right now at 81, when she's 86, I want to make sure you're in a place where she really is like, you may need to have her closer, not in a separate unit. You might need to have her with you, or she may need something else. So I think it is entirely possible that that house is not the house you stay in for the next 30 years, 20 years, 10 years. So I think that in that case, happy to refinance when that opportunity arises.
Sure.
I wouldn't throw extra money on it right now. I really wouldn't. Sure. So liquidity first. So we got to make sure you bump up that retirement account eventually. I know it probably feels like far away, but I feel like in the next couple of years, you're going to be putting away, not just the 23.5 that as a regular contribution. You'll make a catch-up contribution. You'll be able to put $31,000 a year away. And I think you'll be like, wow, it's really starting to crank. And every time those RSUs come up, we're going to start. You make that decision every March. You say, okay, where does this need to go? Remember, Jill said liquidity. So don't be unless you had some crazy event where it's like the stock went bananas and you said, oh my God, it's like I have so much money. Then we make different decisions. You come back on the air. But this rebuilding at age 50, completely doable, and you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I think you're in very good shape. I mean, hopefully as as time goes by, you'll be able to feel a lot more confident. I think, I mean, obviously this huge house, this massive asset has there are lots of reasons not to do anything for the next 5 years.
Sure.
Lots of reasons. I guess my other question for you is, you're secure now in this job. That's great. Kiddo will go off to college and do something. Does mom have her own money?
Well, mom had to contribute as part of the divorce to pay the mortgage down for us to stay in the house. So when the house is sold, I am going to owe her about $460.
Do you have a sibling?
I have two.
Okay.
So we've already talked about, and it depends on if mom's still around or not. If mom is not around when I sell the house, then I'll owe each of them $100.
Okay.
And so, there's a few different scenarios on how that will play out. But
okay.
If we continue living together, which I expect we will after the house is sold, then some of that I expect we'll be able to roll into wherever we're going to land next.
Okay. That sounds great. Okay. And siblings nearby?
Yep.
Okay. And have you guys papered this agreement? Like, is it official yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You redid all of your documents after the divorce. Now you've got it.
It was the first thing I did after listening to you guys. Do you have all your estate planning docs done?
Yeah.
And it was a great investment. So all of that is settled.
If you're making a big financial decision, don't go it alone. Go to JillOnMoney.com. We'll be right back.
Do I invest here? Should I put my money there? Jill Schlesinger can help you. Back to Jill on Money.
You're back. It's Jill on Money. Let's go to Chris from Seattle. What's going on? How can we help you out?
Well, my wife and I have a few questions about moving forward. She still is working. I haven't worked in a while since my parents got ill. They have both recently passed, and with that, left
sorry.
us with an inheritance. In addition to what we have, we think we're in pretty good shape, but our background has had its ups and downs, and so we're maybe a little more cautious than most might be. And so we'd like to get your thoughts on, can I stay not working? I've been doing my best to live my best life recently, and she loves her job, but would, I think, love to join me. So there you go.
Okay, Chris, how old are you?
I am 60.
Okay. How old is your wife?
57.
And do you guys have kids?
We have 2 adult kids that I haven't completely launched yet, but yes, they're almost 24 and 22.
When you say haven't completely launched, in what manner do you help them out right now?
They still live with us, so food
Both?
mostly. Right.
Come on. Do they have jobs?
No, one is finishing last semester of school, and the other one has been taking some online classes from home.
Oh, brother. Okay. So that's like a real number, though. And that
It is.
also means you can't like leave your house because you have, the 4 of you still.
Well, right. Yeah. Yes.
Right. Okay. So how much does your wife earn?
About $22,000 a year. She works mostly for the benefits.
Okay. With your up and down, you said like sort of up and down financial history. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys have been able to save? What do you have right now for before the inheritance?
Oh, before the inheritance, we have our primary home. We have
How much is that house worth?
about $850,000.
Okay. Welcome to the West Coast. Is there a
Yeah.
mortgage on it?
No, it's paid for.
Okay. What about retirement assets?
We have about $1 million in a brokerage account.
And you keep going.
Oh, we have 2 rental properties also.
Wait, so no IRA, no 401k, no 403b, no?
None of that.
Okay, got it. Okay. 2 rental properties. So let's do rentals. Okay. Number 1.
The first
How much
one's
is it worth?
about $600,000.
Okay. Mortgage or no mortgage?
We owe about $170 on that one.
What's the interest rate?
It was an arm. Our credit wasn't the best, so right now it's about 6-ish, a little over 6.
Okay. Is that fixed now, or is it continue to be adjusting?
It is still adjusting.
Okay. How does that that rental property number 1? How is that cash flow?
It's a push.
Okay. Now rental property number 2. What's that worth?
That's worth about $575.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mortgage?
about $30,000.
Okay. What's the interest rate?
That one is about 4.
Okay. How's that cash flow?
Oh, that cash flow is fantastic.
Monthly real cash flow. Don't tell me about depreciation or anything. Money in the checking account.
Money in the checking account monthly is about $1,300 a month.
Okay. What about savings for you guys?
Savings, well, we have money market with about $140,000 in it. Cash is about $50,000. Oh, and there was, I apologize, there was an old retirement fund with about $28,000 in it.
Okay.
A 401k.
Okay. You said 140 in the money market. That's in addition to the million, or is that within the brokerage?
In addition.
Okay, got it. Good. So 140 money market, 50 savings, 28 grand in an old 401k.
Yes.
Do we have it all?
No, there is. We have a beach house that we would like to retire to.
Oh my God, you have so much real estate. No, that's why you can't work. You can't go back to work.
The properties keep me busy. Yeah.
All right. So the beach house, how much is that worth?
About $1.1 million.
Wow. And is there a mortgage on that?
No, there's no mortgage on that.
Okay. Can't wait to visit. Now
it's beautiful.
Incredible. And so is the game plan like, hey, sell primary, live in the beach house full time?
Yes, we would eventually. Yes, that would be the goal, is eventually to sell our primary and move to the beach.
So when do you think that's going to happen? We got to get these kids launched for real, right?
Well, part of us are thinking, well, maybe they just they can adult in our house and we just.
I have a better idea.
idea.
I've got a nice rental for them. So do you rent the beach house now?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Right now
That's
we
not a
be back
problem.
and forth. Yep.
Okay. We've got everything pre-inheritance accounted for now?
Yes.
Okay. How much money did you inherit?
About $2.2 million.
You ready for the most important question of all? How much money do you guys spend?
We spend about, with all that's going on, about $12,000 a month.
And are you open to selling a property here and there, like the rental property, either both of those properties?
Yes.
You are. Okay. Do you have somebody who helps manage the brokerage account, or are you doing that?
No, it's just me.
How do you feel about that? You feel like you can do it? You good?
Well, I guess that's why I'm calling. I felt okay. We've had been in the stock market since the 70s, really, and we've seen portfolios go up, and we've been through the crashes and all of that. And I think our biggest concern is, are we diversified enough? What Social Security, thinking I'd probably wait till 70 is my inclination there. The rental incomes, do I pay off the houses? Do we sell out some stocks for ETFs?
Hold on a second. Is the $1 million that's in brokerage right now all stocks?
It is actually.
And are they all are they big time long-term capital gains?
Yeah, I would say the basis. So with the inheritance and what we have, we're about 3.2 million total, something like that.
Yeah.
And the basis probably is something $1 million less than that.
Hold on a second. Why are you talking about the basis of the inheritance? Didn't you get a step up, or did you inherit money that was like, did someone gift it to you first?
It was a step up, but it's done well in the time that we've had it.
You're listening to Jill on Money.
Welcome back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger takes the mystery out of your finances.
You're back. It's Jill on Money. Let's get back to Chris from Seattle. So we got 3.2 right now. We have an eventual you'll get to 4 because you got the house, because if you are going to sell the primary eventually.
We will, yes.
All right. So there's 4. I don't know why we keep rental number 1. I mean, honestly, like I was sort of joking about the kids, but like if the kids wanted to move there and just like pay for the mortgage, that's fine. But like, it doesn't seem like that's a great property. Are you attached to it or not really?
No, not really.
So it looks to me like, and I don't know really when are you thinking about the sale of the primary for real?
I would say probably in the next 1 to 2 years.
Okay. So 4 million is not a bad number for me to look at. Okay. And so, and then if we also eventually, you're not going to have to go back to work. Okay. I think this is a no-brainer. I really do, because ostensibly, again, I know that the kids are an important part of this because you've just got to get them launched. But like, I think that you can very comfortably be able to count on producing, I don't know, $12,000 a month from the portfolio. There will be extra money that you have to, throw at that $4 million once you get your rental sold off. I don't even know, I'm not even looking at the second rental. Like, is that a pain in the neck? Is it good? I mean, it works because you have the mortgage is cheap, but is it a pain in the neck to operate? If you move to the beach full time, is this a place that's going to be harder to manage? Will we have to hire a management company? So what do you think about that?
No, the beach is only about an hour and a half from there, and the renters that we have in the homes, we rent them for below market. They've been there for years, and I spend most of my time really just depositing the money in the bank. They're wonderful renters. Yes, they treat them like their own. With
your wife, is she going to continue to work for the benefits?
Well, that was, I guess, part of the question too. That's mostly why she's working right now. But I think that, if she felt good about, we just pay our own way with that, she'd be happy to help me move to the beach a little bit quicker.
But it will be expensive to find health insurance like that. Then your $12,000 a month spend is going to increase.
Are you,
Probably
Yes.
I'm assuming you're covering the kids too, right?
right?
Right now we are, yes.
Yeah. That's a real expense. Like for family coverage right now, if you had to go out and buy your like platinum plan on the marketplace, it's weird. You because you have brokerage account money and it's going to generate income. It's not going to be huge income, but like it's going to be a couple. I gotta imagine that it's going to cost you 20 grand to get family coverage for the four of you.
Right.
So if she doesn't hate her job, I'd keep doing it for a while. And I think you ought to find like do some research in the interim, doing some research about like what would my healthcare option be until each of us turn 65. I really wouldn't do anything until we got these kids launched and getting their own health insurance. So it might be a couple of years, or you're going to have to set aside some of your money that you are inheriting and make sure that, for all maybe it's just that like, gosh, the money that comes from rental number 2 is really health insurance money plus some, but it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive to get coverage for the four of you. You should investigate it. Presume you're not going to get any tax credits, but you'll see you'll have some sticker shock, and you should look and see what those numbers are. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, did you do all of your own estate planning?
My estate planning is not complete right now. We are working with a group to take care of that.
Great. All right. That's good. What else do you need to know? Oh, you know what you asked and I didn't answer? You were sort of like, should I sell my low basis stocks? When is this one account now? Is there 3.2 in one account, or are there two separate accounts, inheritance plus old brokerage?
It's all in one account right now.
Are there any losers in this account?
No.
And it's all individual stocks or a little bit of everything?
Yeah, it's spread over about eight individual stocks.
8? That's it?
That's it. That's part of the anxiety,
I think you're going to have to sell some of them or some portion. I tell you what I would think. It might be helpful if you even just you looked at these 8 stocks, sort of brutally honest and say, like, I have too much exposure. 8 stocks, $3.2 million. That's too much in each one of those stocks. So I might reduce the positions, the ones where you have, I don't know what they are. We don't have to go stock by stock. I would reduce that. I would try to get at least $1 million that is outside of those 8 names. And even if you have to pay the tax, I really would.
Perfect.
Okay. ETFs, index funds. Is there any bonds in there?
No.
How do you feel about bonds?
I don't know much about bonds.
I'm just thinking. I know you want to do this yourself. Are you interested in like talking to a financial advisor or not?
Sure.
Ish or not really?
I'm open to it.
I mean, it may be worthwhile talking to somebody just because you've got a lot going on in this balance sheet. You've just inherited this money. I think that there's like some concentration risk in your assets right now. It might be worth it for you, especially because you said you've had sort of an up and down history, that maybe you should pay somebody, and maybe you should pay someone to manage the money for like the near term just to get this process handled. And then you would take it over after. I don't know, but I might think about talking to somebody who can walk you through what you have, listen to it, and maybe have a different view on how you should be investing and how you should be thinking about your rentals. Because there's tax issues to manage, and then there's tax issues on the inheritance. And if you do it all at once, you're going to get slammed.
Right. Okay.
Right? So I would think it's worth talking to somebody or at least considering it. How about that?
That sounds great.
You're listening to Jill on Money. Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, and we are here answering your financial questions. Maybe you've got one. Maybe something's going on in your life. Maybe you're thinking about a job change. Maybe you're worried about your job. So many of us feel really insecure about work right now. Seems kind of a scary time in lots of different industries. If that's you, if you're feeling anxiety, anything like that, just get in touch with us. You don't have to do it alone. Go to JillOnMoney.com. click the Contact Us button, which is in the upper right-hand corner, no matter where you navigate on the website, and write us a note. Now, if you'd like to join us live, check the box. Mark will do everything else. It's so easy. Before we finish up this hour, let's take an email. This one is from Maggie, who writes, I'll be 73 next year, and I am working part-time as a consultant. I have several different types of savings accounts, including inherited savings bonds, CDs, stocks, an IRA, and a Roth 401k. The one I'm most concerned about is my Roth 401k. My question is, should I open a Roth IRA and transfer these funds or keep my money in the 401k? I also have a traditional 401k, but I transferred those funds into the traditional IRA. I'm not sure if I'm required to take RMDs. Okay, a couple of different questions here, so let's get to the meat of it. Generally speaking, if you continue working past age 73, you do have to take a required minimum distribution from an IRA, a traditional IRA. However, you can delay taking an RMD from your current workplace savings plan, like a 401k or a 403b, if you are still working, if you don't own more than 5% of the business you work for, and you have an employer-sponsored retirement account with the business you work for. So for that traditional 401k that you transferred into a traditional IRA, yes, you have to take a required minimum distribution. But the current Roth 401k, you would not have to take an RMD from because you don't have to take RMDs from any Roth accounts. Maggie, I hope that helps you out. Give us a holler if you have any follow-up questions. You're listening to the Jill on Money Show, and we'll be right back.
It's the weekend, and that can only mean one thing. You're listening to Jill on Money, the show that takes the mystery out of your finances. Here's your host, Jill Schlesinger.
Welcome back. It's hour number 2 of the Jill on Money Show. This is a program that tries to take the mystery out of your financial life. The way that we do that is we ask you to do a little bit of work. Just go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button, write us a note, and if you're shy, you don't think you'll be joining us on the show live, then give us a lot of detail. So we have the opportunity to give you the best guidance possible. But if you would like to join us live, you're not so shy, then all you need to do is click the form, just give us a sentence or two about your situation, and check the box, and Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter, which comes out every Friday, a good warm-up for this program. Mark compiles all the great stories that you may have missed during the week, some of which are really little gems in the personal finance world. You can also be sure that when you sign up for that free weekly newsletter that you won't miss any of our blog posts. I write, basically every week something that's on my mind. So check it out. You get the free weekly newsletter and my blog all for free. Okay, right now, let's get the program started. We are going to talk to Jean from Texas, the Lone Star State. Jean, I know all about Texas because I watched Hunting Wives.
I'm new here, so
so you had to watch it also. Oh, so you're that one. You're the murderer. Okay, yep. Great. That's good to know. Anyone has not watched Hunting Wives, it is fun. It is very campy. I get it, but it's a fun watch. Jean, what can we do for you today?
Well, I do have a lot of questions, but I think I'm just going to have few because I'm not going to have a lot of time. I am thinking about working part-time next year. And also I have a trip coming up to Asia and I want to buy my family a business class ticket going.
Oh, look at you.
Do it.
Mark is all about it.
Let's not talk about my finances. I'll just do it.
All right, exactly. Okay, wait a second. Let's find out a little bit about you. So Jean, how old are you?
I'm 43 years old.
Okay, you're 43. Are you married, partnered, single?
I am married and I have a 2 years old. We have a 2 years old.
You have a 2-year-old? Oh
yes.
My God, you're very busy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And are you guys both working full time?
We are, yes.
Your spouse is how old, by the way?
42.
Okay. How much do you guys make together?
Just for salary for
Mm-hmm.
both of us, 300 a year.
Okay. And are you guys putting money away into retirement on that 300 grand?
Yes, we have, yeah, we have a few, yes.
Okay. So tell us how much money you've saved already for retirement.
This is just for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have IRA Roth 164. I
Okay.
have a rollover about 60.
Okay.
I have a match savings account for my current employer right now is about 78.
Okay.
And I have a old 401k about 393.
Wow. You saved a lot of money. And that's just
and
you.
hustles, yeah.
And your spouse also saved this much money, like, or not as much?
She does. I just don't know the actual number.
Dude, you're married. How do you not know that? I have every dollar accounted for. I am telling
know.
you, I am an animal about that. I'm like, give me the statement. Let's go.
We actually just got married. We're two years married.
Oh, sweet. Mark was running the money before they were married. He had every dollar accounted. Am I right, Mark? Did you not have every dollar accounted for?
I know everything down to the penny.
Unbelievable. Because we're crazy.
She doesn't know anything.
She knows. She has no idea.
She has an idea.
She doesn't even know what she has. So forget about what you have. Are you guys saving for the 2-year-old yet or not?
I just started an UTMA.
An UTMA, not a 529 account?
No. I was going back and forth on that, but we decided that I feel like UTMA will be a better choice for her.
Why? Don't you want her to go to college?
Well, it's something that if she wants to open a business, it's not something that I'm not going to force her to do. And I want something that she has choices if she wants to.
All right. You're not micromanaging your child. I respect that. How much is in the UTMA right now?
Well, I just started. It's like $50.
Okay. All right. So you're making a lot of money. You got the kid. You guys own a house?
Yes. So I have 4 houses before this marriage.
Do you know that you actually only need one, right?
Yeah.
So are 4 houses all 4 rental properties?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's a lot, man. Okay. So can I leave that aside for 1 second? Can you just tell me your primary residence where you guys are living and raising this kid? That's not one of the 4?
No, that's going to be the 5th.
Okay. So the primary, how much is that worth?
I believe it's like 400 something.
Is there a mortgage on it?
There is.
How much?
Maybe 100 something. This is 100? Her house before marriage.
Okay.
So I can't tell you exactly, but
okay. You're staying in the primary. You like it?
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of little projects here and there. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good though. So what are you doing with these 4? Are you going to keep them as income properties or are you going to sell some?
I believe, I was going to put the condo, one of my condo, it's in Seattle. I was going to put it for sale, but it's very slow right now. So I'm keeping it as a rental. So yes.
How much is that? How much do you think that one's worth?
That's about 340 to 350.
Okay. And is there a mortgage on it?
There is.
How much?
172.
The other 3 properties, are they similarly priced or different?
No, they're in different states. I have one in Arizona.
Oh my God.
One in Texas.
Okay. What's Arizona worth?
That's about 450, 500,000.
Oh my God. Okay. And what's the mortgage on that one? What's left?
It's less than 200. So it's about 180.
Okay. And let's talk about Texas. What's Texas worth?
250.
Okay. Mortgage?
About 150.
Okay. And now what's the 4th one? What's the 4th property?
The 4th one is in Washington. That I owe, that's worth about 650 to 700.
Holy smokes. Okay. And what's the mortgage remaining on that one?
130.
You got so much equity, man. What are the interest rates of these mortgages? Are they good? Are they not so good?
They're great. The Texas one is the current one. So that's like 4.25. And the other 3, they're about, one of them is 3 point something, 3.75. And the rest is like 4 point, less than 5. You say less than 5.
So basically like 3 to 5 is so you got good and they're cash flowing. Are you happy with the money that's coming out? Can you essentially all this money that's coming out of these homes, these rental properties, is that adding, like, how much cash flow are you guys getting from that?
Well, after, the HOA and
Mm-hmm.
the management,
Mm-hmm.
mortgages, I make about, depending, like probably 2 to 3.
2 to 3 grand a month?
Yes, net.
And where does that money go for you usually?
I invest them back to stocks or CDs.
If you've got a financial question, if something is going on, something big, something small, whatever's on your mind, we would love to hear from you. Both Mark and I are certified financial planners, and that means we like helping you get to where you'd like to go with a few different options. So get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com and click the Contact Us button. We'll be right back.
Back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger helps you take the mystery out of your finances.
Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, and we are here answering your financial questions. If you've got one, all you need to do is go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, JillOnMoney.com. And wherever you navigate on the site, there will be a Contact Us button in the upper right-hand corner. When you click that button, a form will pop up, and that is the email we receive. So make sure that you complete it, especially if you don't think you'll be joining us live. Give us a lot of detail. Otherwise, if you would like to join us on the program live, check the box and Mark will follow up with you. And the reason we really encourage you to join us on the air live is that it gives us the opportunity to ask follow-up questions. Sometimes you'll give us a holler and you'll say you've got one thing that's on your mind. But after talking to you, we realize there's more than that should be covered. While you're on the website, you should also check out our subscription service. It's called Jill on Money Live. Now, this is a wonderful gift for the holiday season to yourself or to someone else. Jill on Money Live provides you with access to quarterly live webinars, the entire back catalog of those webinars. There's also bonus audio and video content. It's all for $45 for the next 12 months. Now, maybe if you join right now, you can check out the webinar we just conducted that was year-end tax and financial planning. Who doesn't want to take advantage of what's going on in the world before the calendar changes over to 2026? The way you get access to that is by joining Jill on Money Live. Of course, if you don't want to join, no problem. Plenty of free stuff that lives on the website, including links to our 2 other audio shows. We've got 2 podcasts. One is called Jill on Money, and the other one is called Money Watch, all there or wherever you get your podcasts. Okay. That was a lot. Let's get back to Jean from Texas, who's thinking of downshifting to part-time work next year. When we were talking about all of your retirement accounts, I didn't ask you about that. So tell me about brokerage account. Like, what do you have in the brokerage account or CDs? Give us a little rundown of some of that stuff.
Right. So I have a brokerage account, which is 10K on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a money market of 115. I have a checking account of 52K.
Okay, great.
And then another checking account for like 7.
Okay. And so that's all the assets. We got the 4 rental properties. We have the brokerage, the money market, the checking accounts. We've got the retirement accounts. You're doing incredibly well. You're 43 years old. You're married to this woman who's got a house. We know nothing about her. We know nothing about her situation, but it sounds like things are good, really good, right? So what's the deal? Why can't you buy yourself a business class ticket, for God's sakes?
I don't know, because I'm frugal. Well,
or cheap. Maybe cheap.
That could be it.
Maybe cheap.
I know a lot about Jean without even knowing Jean.
You really do? You got
Yeah.
the whole thing? Okay, well, we're going to just wait once before you make your assumptions, mister. So let me ask you something, Jean. You didn't call really about the tickets, but what is your would you think is like the priority right now? Like what's going on for you guys?
Well, I do want to work part time.
Okay. So your salary together is 300. If you went to part time, what would your take home be not your take home, what would your combined income be?
Probably half of that. Half of I make like here about 100 without counting the properties. I make about 107. So if I have to go part time, then it will be half of that.
Okay. So you would together be at 150 without the 2 to 3 grand from the houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think you spend on a monthly basis, cheapskate that won't buy business class?
5, probably 5.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
So what's stopping you from going part-time? Because you're just fearful?
I've worked my whole life, so
you're not going to stop working. You're just going to go part-time.
Right. That's the thing. I think I'm not used to, moving from this state, I already made less. So, because I was in, like up there in Washington State. And then
you move for love.
Yes,
See that's what
true.
See what happens?
A souvenir. That's what she told everybody. She brought a souvenir from Seattle. So I'm like, perfect.
Oh my God, I love this so much. Okay, so I mean, you only have a 2-year-old. Do you think you're going to have more kids?
No.
Okay, so I mean, obviously you can go part time, and the other thing you could consider is once you go to part time, right? And you're filing jointly, right? You're married filing jointly. Okay, so. One thing to think about, let's just pretend you went from your 300-ish, but, of course we know you have more money coming in. But let's say, so your incomes plus you have the income from the 4 houses, right? Mm-hmm. So we would put that, I would imagine, more like, 330, 340. I know you have expenses, but let's just, you're solidly in the 24% bracket. It is possible that if you go part-time, and you move down to the 22% bracket, and you're making 150 grand, that maybe you would even consider selling one of your properties or, eventually, not all of them, but, you might look at each of these properties and try to determine what's really working and what's not. Right. I mean, I look at that one in Washington State, that last one that you were talking about, the $650,000 to $700,000 one, where you have this $130,000 mortgage. And, if you sold that next year, you might really find that extra money, if you had, if you had $450 to $500 after taxes and everything, say you had $450 and you put that in the brokerage account and you diversified out of real estate a little bit, not a lot. You don't have to sell all 4, but like, if you sold 1 or 2 of these properties, you might feel more comfortable about moving to part-time. I know the income would go down, but you'd also have access to money. And that might be something that could be really useful for you.
Yeah, I never really thought of that because I thought that. And also, I guess it factors to we're thinking about retirement at age 55 as well. So
yeah, I mean, not to say that real estate can be amazing, but I don't know if because you own real estate across 3 different states and you have to pay managers and costs are costs, but like you've made a lot of money on these, I presume. And it would seem to me that having some of that access to the money, the liquidity might be really helpful. And, it seems like you guys have done an incredible job. And I'm sure that she has some money saved also. So I don't see why going part-time seems like a terribly difficult task for you. You don't spend a lot of money. And this might be a good time, when you have a 2-year-old, it's kind of nice to be like, all right, well, sometimes our lives can improve if we're not working all the time, both of us. So that could be something also that's interesting. So I think this is quite doable. I think if you want extra security around this, you can always talk to a fee-only financial planner, run some numbers for you, get a sense of like which of these properties they think is like the higher performing ones. Cause you can look down and you can look at the expenses and look at the cash flow and see what's really working, what's not. And maybe that'll give you some more security. Here's what I do know. No matter what, Jean, you can fly business class.
Well, that's good to know. See, that justified my call today.
Absolutely. But I mean, I also think you're very much on track to do what you want to do. I think the hard part for you, it sounds to me like you are not necessarily giving yourself permission to do it. And I'd like you to, if you need more proof, then we can get you, you can do a financial plan. You can really work with somebody to do that. Mark, do you see any holes in this plan?
The only hole for me is that they really do need to know what's going on with each other's financial lives.
This would be a good time for you to share information. When you do have you done your estate planning? Do you have wills? Have you talked all these things? Come on.
Business class? Yes. Jane, I just did it. I just flew to China business class. I mean, there's no going back. So just do it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So.
Yeah, I do. I have to buy tickets for our 2 years old, to 3 of us. So I think it will be comfortable with a toddler on the plane,
You're amazed how many kids you see in business class. Full of kids.
I don't love that as somebody who flies business class quite a bit, but keep your kid quiet while
As
I'm
long
in
as
my
they
business
behave,
class.
it's all good.
Yeah, of course. Exactly right. But the crying kid in business class, it's really not great. But you know what? Noise canceling headphones, they're a beautiful thing. They really are. If you're looking for some sort of off ramp, if you want to kind of reduce the workload, but want to make sure that your money can last you for the rest of your life, get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com and click the Contact Us button. We will be right back.
Do I invest here? Should I put my money there? Jill Schlesinger can help you. Back to Jill on Money.
Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, the program that is trying to help you make better, and sometimes it's just less bad financial decisions. Why do we make bad financial decisions? Because we are human beings, because our emotions play into this. It is not just you, it's all of us. That is the human condition. But you don't have to go through this all on your own. Both Mark and I are certified financial planners, and we like to help you kind of parse out what's going on and maybe separate the emotions from the issue at hand. If that's you and you think you need some help, just get in touch with us by going to JillOnMoney.com, that's our website, and clicking the Contact Us button. When you get that form, give us a bunch of information, let us know how we can help you out, or click the box that says you would like to join us live on the air. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. It comes out every single Friday. We love that newsletter. Right now, let's talk to Tom, who joins us from Arizona. Now, Tom, this is when all the snowbirds start coming back into town. So getting a little more crowded?
Yes, sure is. The weather is getting nice. It's been in the 80s. That's a high. So it's been very nice here and pleasant.
Lovely. And Tom, what is it that we can do for you?
Well, yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show. I am calling today to get some guidance and feedback regarding our current investment direction. My wife and I actually have a goal to be able to retire in 15 years, or hopefully at least be able to work part-time. And we really wanted to make sure what we're doing with our money right now is best to set us up to achieve that goal.
Okay, Tom, how old are you?
I am 40.
40?
Yes.
So you want 55 to be the number?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, how old's your wife?
Same, about 40.
Okay, and you have kids?
We do.
How old?
Yeah, one is 8 and one is 5. And one's in, the older one's in public elementary, and the other one is going into kindergarten next year.
Thank God, right?
Yes. Yeah, that daycare cost is, no
I
joke.
was talking about this with one of my colleagues, and he was saying, he goes, I've never been so happy when kindergarten started. To get that daycare is for real. So you're both working full time right now?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. How much do you guys earn?
Roughly about $260,000.
Okay, that's great. And are you actively contributing to retirement plans?
Yes, we are. So we have in a combined traditional 401k about $1.1 million.
Wow, you're so young, and look at all that money you've saved. Holy moly. Okay, traditional. What about Roth?
So we were really focused on the traditional for the past, or all the years that we've been working full time. But with the Roth IRA, we really only started that about a few years ago. So combined right now, we have about 50,000.
Okay, that's great. Do you also have money outside of retirement plans, like in a brokerage account?
Yes. So that's kind of one of the shifts and maybe questions that we had as well. But currently, we do have about 20,000 in a brokerage account.
And what about saving for the kids? Is there 529 accounts that have been established or not?
Yes, there is. There's a combined 30,000 at this time.
Great. Okay. So you've got a bunch of money saved in traditional, bit in the Roth, started the brokerage, the 529. What about savings accounts? Just boring money.
Yeah, we have about $80,000 in the high yield savings.
Great. And do you guys own your home?
We do, yes.
How much is it worth?
It's currently worth, I would say, maybe about $1 million.
Okay. Is there a mortgage outstanding?
Yes, there is.
How much?
It's about $450,000 and it's at a 6% interest rate.
So any other assets that we should know about as we think about your 15-year game plan?
No, just, we max out our HSA. I mean, there's about 30,000, 35,000 in that. But outside of that, that's really all the assets that we have working for us.
And both of you have this 15-year game plan. It's not as if you say like, yeah, I'm out of here, but my wife, she's a lifer. She's going to keep doing what she does.
More so the other way around. She maybe wants to even do it earlier if possible.
Oh, boy. She's putting the pressure on us. I feel like my neck is hurting already. There's no pension assets that we have to think about, right?
No, we do not.
Do you guys have any desire to move if in 15 years we run these numbers and things look good? Is that house the house you want to hang out in, or do you feel like that would be sold?
No, we moved into this house a few years ago. It's a new construction, new build house. Mm-hmm. So we definitely want to stay here for the long term, at least, until the kids, make it to college. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. What about family? Do you guys have parents that you help out or need to think about in the future?
No, there's not an expectation financially to help them in the future or now as well.
And they're okay?
Yes, they're doing well.
Great. Okay. Any inheritance potential?
No.
Okay. Good try, right? I was working on it.
There you go.
Do you guys have life insurance?
Yes, term.
Okay. How much do you have for each of you?
It's about $500,000 each.
Can you buy more through work through your employers or not?
That was actually the maximum that was allowed.
So I think you need more life insurance, but I'm going to it doesn't have to be this second, but let me just make a note to myself. Okay. So right now, you guys are maxing out retirement. You're putting in the absolute most you can.
So that was really the shift and kind of one of our questions that we had, because we were maxing out the traditional 401k for the past 8 years or so. And now we realize that, hey, maybe we have a good amount in that kind of bucket, and maybe we should focus on something else and free up some capital. So what we did this year was really reduce that contribution to just a match with our company.
Okay.
So now we're doing just a 5% with a 5% match with the company.
You guys each it's both of you have a 100% up to 5% match?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. So 10% of this 260 going into these account every year.
Yes. And what we did with the remaining amounts, or the one that we're not investing, we're just contributing towards our brokerage now, which is roughly about $1,200 a month. And once our younger one goes to the elementary school, we'll ramp that up to maybe about $2,000 a month.
We'll get back to Tom in just a minute. If you've got a financial question, if you're looking to your future, just go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and maybe we can help you figure it out. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger takes the mystery out of your finances.
You're back. It's the Jill on Money Show, and we are here trying to help you navigate whatever is in front of you. And sometimes the different ways to get where you want to go can be overwhelming. If you're having a hard time figuring out what is the best route for you to take to get where you want to go, then please do get in touch with us. Both Mark and I are certified financial planners. We love hearing your stories, and we love helping you out. All you need to do is go to our website, JillOnMoney.com. JillOnMoney.com. That is the website that gives you all of our content, all the places where you can go with us. And in the upper right-hand corner, you just click the Contact Us button. You write us a note. You click the button if you say you want to join us live. Mark will follow up with you. Everything else is on us. All you need to do is come to the program and be prepared just to chat. And we will ask you a lot of nosy questions, and we'll change your name if you feel embarrassed. Don't worry about that. But come join us, because we all have issues when it comes to our money, because emotions and money, everything gets wrapped up in itself. So we get it. We're there for you. Right now, let's get back to Tom from Arizona. What about the 529s? Are you making contributions on an ongoing basis or not?
Yes, it's roughly about $250 each monthly for each child. Yeah.
All right. So next year we go $2,000 a month into brokerage and $500,000 a month in $500,000. Wow. $500 a month into the 529, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a Roth 401k option?
That's another question that we had is, should we do a Roth 401k? Because our work does offer that as an option. Mm-hmm. The match would go into the tax deferred account, but there is a 401k Roth. Yes.
Okay. So Mark, I'm going to bring you on because he's the Roth expert of this family. I want to ask you what you think of Tom's plan of he and his wife shifting away from traditional into brokerage. I mean, the reason why I think it's good is that, 15 years from now, or 12 if you're your wife, that, we need to have access to money. And we'll need money to, access for healthcare, which you won't have. We're going to need money. So I think that brokerage money is going to be useful. But Mark, do you think that they should switch over to the Roth for their contributory 5%?
I do. It's funny. Despite the new rules, I have yet to find an employer who actually matches in the Roth. It's like, why make the rule? Nobody does it.
Because they haven't changed their coding yet. That's why.
Well, it's optional. They're not required to do it.
Right.
I would obviously make the switch. I mean, they got a huge pile of pre-tax money already, and they're so young. That's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. Yeah, I would make the switch.
Okay. So, but what about the $2,000 a month into brokerage? Do you think that that's the right amount? Do you think that there should be more money going into the Roth and less into the brokerage?
I mean, just knowing what their goals are, I mean, they kind of seem set on early retirement. They're going to have some money that's going to float them. So It's probably the right approach.
I think so too. Tom, one thing I forgot to ask you, which I think is important, how much money do you guys spend?
Yeah, so our monthly spend is roughly about $10,000, including our mortgage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we also max out our Roth IRA as well.
Oh, okay. So you are. I'm sorry. I don't think I got that. So you guys are putting also the $14,000 into the Roth.
Yes.
All right. You're saving a lot of money. You really are. I mean, I think this is a good game plan. I don't know if it's going to be 100% working to pump $10,000 a month out in 15 years. Mark, do you think it's doable for Tommy Boy in Arizona and his wife to do this?
I mean, conservatively in 15 years, they keep saving at their current pace. They're going to have at least $4 million. That's conservatively. I don't know, $10,000 a month, probably not. But, he said they're open to doing stuff as well. They just want to maybe have a career change or downshift.
So you would be, okay, here's what I think. I think you are doing everything you should be doing in terms of the way you think about this. I really do. And I love the idea of looking ahead and saying, this is something that's important to us. We believe that, we'll need to beef up that brokerage account. So I do think that's the right thing to do. Again, I don't know 100%. I don't know if the $10,000, based on inflation in 15 years, if all the money is going to generate exactly what you need. But I know that this is the right strategy to at least get you in the ballpark. I'm going to add to your actual expenses because I think you need more life insurance. So I would go to, one of the aggregation sites, like one of our sponsors, Policy Genius. Go look there. Do you guys make about the same amount of money? When you said it was 260 combined, does one make a lot more than the other?
Yes, it's about the same.
Okay. Yeah, I just go price out $1 million of 10 or 15-year term for yourselves, and get two of those. Just get two of those policies.
Sure.
I would definitely do that.
Excellent. Thank you.
Do you guys have your estate documents done?
We do, yes.
Of course you do. And is there you feel comfortable with the way you're investing? You feel good? Like anything else that we can do for you?
Yeah, the investment directions, we're just doing plain old index funds. So we're happy with that.
Yeah, you know why? Because it works. It's a good thing.
Yes.
We are here for you as you continue this journey. Let us know if there's anything else we can do, but I think you're on the right track. And I don't know if it's exactly the going to be there for you, but I think this is the strategy I would pursue given your goals. So I think you're getting there. And certainly if anything changes along the way, if all of a sudden, you're like, holy moly, I said we make 260, one of us just got a raise and now we're making a lot more money. And then you might be able to accelerate this. So I don't know, but this is where you need to be. Go get that life insurance and keep squirreling away your money. You're listening to the Jill on Money Show. Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show. We are here answering your financial questions. Now, some of you would like a little bit more of us. I know you're gluttons. If that's you, I encourage you to check out our two other shows. They are podcasts. One is called Jill on Money. We drop that every day, Monday through Friday. And the other one is called Money Watch. We drop that one on the weekends. For both of these podcasts, you can subscribe to them on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts, or just follow the links on our website, JillOnMoney.com. Also on our website, you can check out our subscription service. It's called Jill on Money Live. Now, this is where you have access to quarterly live webinars, the entire back catalog of those webinars, bonus audio and video content, all for $45 for the next 12 months. And I love these webinars because we just do rapid fire information and we answer questions usually with the assistance of an expert. So check that out. Love Jill on Money Live. Love to have you join us. Okay, before we finish the program, let's get to a question from Betty, who writes, is Quicken Loans or Rocket Mortgage a safe way to get a home equity loan? Well, yes, absolutely. These are both reputable companies. And I also encourage people, when you are looking for a home equity loan, to go to the original lender that you've worked with and maybe also consider a local bank or credit union. I think this is a great time to shop around a little bit, but as you do shop around, make sure you are actually comparing apples to apples. The terms, understanding the fees, what's built in, all of these things are important to understand. You really just want to itemize all of those fees to make sure that the loan makes sense for you. Betty, once you get all of the offers lined up, why don't you get in touch with us? Maybe we can help you understand which one is the most beneficial for you. Okay, that's it. That's the show. Our music is composed by Joel Goodman. Mark Talercio is our executive producer and king of all things web. And we ask that you lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week.